Hello, welcome back to Smoq Dev. I'm Kingsley. Today we'll be talking about how to format text using HTML tags. In our previous video, we discussed about some of the most common tags, which are heading tags, paragraph tag, strong tag, and emphasis tag. We also talked about regular tags and self-closing tags. In this video, we are going to dive deeper into combining these tags to format our text and produce something very meaningful. So like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to format text using these tags. In this tutorial, like in this section of the tutorial, I'm going to write just a regular paragraph with some random text and make some parts bold, some parts italicized, some parts underlined, some part links, and so on. So I'm going to remove everything that is here. Already we have a blank page. So I'm going to throw in a H1, which, like I said, is the highest level of heading. I'm going to title it text formatting in HTML. And upon saving, you can see it is very bolded because it's the first level of heading H1. So next, I'm going to throw in a div. I know I've not discussed div with you guys, but div is just a container. It is used to like segment a section of a text or a part of the HTML document. Though there's a tag that is section, but div is one of the most popular ones you can get. Containers we use to put things together. So inside this div, I'm going to throw in a paragraph. So inside this paragraph, I'm going to do lorem. Lorem is a how am I going to say it? It's a text that's already like the regular text that we use in HTML. We just write lorem and press enter and it will come out. I don't know the meaning of lorem. I think it is Latin. I think so. So now we get a paragraph, a heading, and a paragraph. Now I'm going to make from here to here. I'm going to underline it from here to here. This is provident ver inventory. Don't mind my thing. So to underline this part of this text here, you write an underline tag. So the underline is U like this inside the angle brackets, and come here and close your U. So when I save, you can see that here is underlined. I'm going to remove this U. So when I say, you can see that this part is underlined. So that's what this U does. So to bold this EUM that is here, I'm going to make it bold. And to bold it, I'll write a B and close my B. When I save, you can see the EUM is now bolded. So another thing is to make some part. Okay, nostrum. I'm going to make this. This is the nostrum. I'm going to make it a link. That's a clickable link. To make it a link, we discussed anchor links in our previous video. Just write A, close the A for now. Come and close your A here. Then nostrum. So remove. I don't know why this thing is writing twice. So come here and throw in a hyper reference to the link, and I'm just going to put an hash because it's not going anywhere. And when I save, you can see nostrum is a link, and you can see that my cursor has changed from a pointer to something like a hand. And if I click it, it will not go anywhere, but it's clickable now. So, and the color also changes on clicked. I'm going to refresh. So now, another thing that we can do is to italicize. To italicize, okay, this text here, I'm going to italicize it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring this a little closer. Let me zoom it so that I can see it very well. This one here is this one here. That's this one here. So I'm going to italicize it. And to italicize, you use I and close your eye like this. They can see it is italicized, though the fonts on its own looks italicized, but it's italicized now. So another thing that you can do is a subscript. That is, okay, let me just get out of this div and write another div. Inside this div, I'm going to throw in another random text. Let me just say this is formatting video in HTML beginners series and full stop. Don't forget, put it in a paragraph. Always put your regular texts in a paragraph. Save. So you can see it. And look at what I told you about that div. Because we enclosed each of these texts in a div, you can see there is now a space, a gap between this one and this one because they are not together. So div is used to like differentiate segments of your document like this. Just see it as a box. This is one box that encloses something here. This is another box that encloses another thing here. When we get into CSS, you will understand divs better. So now, let's say, okay, let's do something like 2, or let's say, let's throw in some maths here, 3 squared. And the only way you can, it appears as 32, but you can throw in a SUP for super, that is superscript. Let me remove it here and put it here. And when I save, it goes up. It becomes 3 squared like this. So that is for SUP superscript. You can also do something as a subscript. Mostly in like if something like in mathematics, that is when you get to use these guys here. So let's say okay, 45 in base 8. So if I save, you can see it's 388. But if I put SUP here for subscript and put my 8 and remove this 8 here and save, you can see how it appears. That's it for superscript and subscript, guys. I know by now you must have been wondering what's the difference between strong and bold and EM and I. Let me show you something. If I say I, this text is E So if you save, you can see down. Okay, let's use our line break here and here and here. You remember, line break is used to push a text to the next line. So this here is I, and it's the same as this EM here. B is also the same as strong here. But the difference is these are just I and B. are for formatting only. It doesn't give any semantic meaning to the text. So it is only used for formatting. You want to make something italicized, nothing important, nothing, no other thing. It doesn't mean any other thing apart from it is italicized. You use I. If you want it to if you want it to be important, if the text is important and you want your readers to treat it as important, you want to draw your readers' attention, you use EM and strong. Strong is more important than EM. If something is very, very important, you use strong. If it is not that important, you use EM. So my advice, personal advice, is always use EM and strong, both, even if you want to format, because so that you get you will be on the safer side. If search engine crawlers come on your page and they will see, they will treat this strong and EM as more important, and they will focus on them anytime they want to. Maybe someone searched something on the search engine and there is an answer to that, and that answer you put it in a strong or EM tag, they will they will be attracted to that EM and strong. And then I hope you get what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that semantically, EM and strong are used for important pieces of your text, and search engines will always prioritize text inside EM and strong over other text in your page. That's what I'm trying. So that's the difference between EM, strong, I, and B. So the next on this video is lists. We are going to discuss how you make lists and types of lists in HTML. So there are two types of lists in HTML. We have ordered lists. Okay, let me just show you. So every list tag is under UL for ordered lists. So these are the two types of lists in HTML: ordered lists and unordered lists. Ordered lists are lists that usually start with 1, 2. They are ordered either 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, Roman numerals, I, and so on. Whereas unordered lists are lists that you don't care the order at which it comes. So you can use something like bullet points, asterisks, and so on. So ordered lists, the tag for the list. So in ordered list, everything that is inside the list have to come inside an OL tag, OL for ordered lists. So inside the OL tag, you now have your list items. So each list item has to be wrapped with this LI for list item. So let's say number 1, second list item, number 2, and when I save, you can see 1, 2, and so on. I can go to as far as I want. Number 3. If I save, it's already number 3, so it is ordered. So there are other properties that you can add to, like lists style. Okay, that's in CSS. You can do that in CSS. When we go to CSS, I'll teach you how to change the style of this list, either 1, 2, 3 or ABC or the numerals. But this is it for now. By default, it is in numbers. So in another list, you say you wrap everything in UL for unordered lists, and I'm going to copy what is here. But for the sake of this tutorial, let me type it out. Say number 1, number 2, and number 3. And if I save, you can see they are not numbered, even though I numbered it here, but they are not, they are in bullet points, so they are not numbered. And to spice it up, let me say I'm going to use, because it is not as important as our H1, I'm going to use a H2 here and say unordered lists and save. See here, H2 ordered lists, save. So that's it, guys. This is lists. Every list, there are two types, ordered and unordered. If you are writing ordered lists, you wrap your list items inside OL and put each individual item inside li tag. Same for unordered lists, except for the parent tag, which is the UL. So guys, the next on our list is the block and inline elements. So it is very important that you understand the difference between block and inline elements. I'm going to show you how they work and which elements are blocks and which elements are inline. And forgive me, guys, because I've not told you so far. This right here is called a comment. There are lots of comments that I've written in this code already. So a comment is a section of your code that you don't want to be rendered by the browser. So to write a comment, you put this angle bracket, then you put this exclamation mark here, 2 dashes, your comment, and the closing 2 line and the closing angle bracket. So, or to make your work faster, write your comment and control / to automatically comment your line. So that's how to write comments. So we are going to talk about inline and block elements. So if you observe very well, you find out that some elements, when you write them, automatically they occupy the entire length of the page, whereas some, they don't do that. For example, I'm going to use an italicized text and a paragraph. So if I write a paragraph here and save, so I'm going to comment out everything that is here so that we'll see what we are doing. Control, select everything I want to comment out and press Control /. Okay, I think these comments are interfering. I'm going to remove it and select this remaining one and press it. This one is also interfering. I'm going to do the same. And that's it. So when I save, everything will be gone, even though it is in my code, but it will not be rendered by the browser. So we'll have block and inline elements. So I said that let's write a first paragraph. Let's write another paragraph. And when I save, you find out that each paragraph starts on different lines. So paragraph P is a block element. Block elements take the full width of the page. So no element can come like after a block element on the same line. Differently, if I use an italicized, this is if I save, you can see it, this is in italics. Then if I write another one, you can see they appear on the same line because they are inline elements. So inline elements are elements that do not take the full width of the page. So they appear side by side to each other. When you write a block element, it takes over the full width of the page. When you write an inline element, they appear side by side. So other block elements, let me list them. Block elements, just going to list a few. We'll have the paragraph 1p, two, the h tag, which we have discussed, 3, the div tag, 4. I'm only going to talk about tags that we have discussed here. Li, 5, the tag that we discussed here. 5, okay. Let me say there are lots of them. Let me just put you well here. So, and lots more. You can make some more research, or as we continue on this series, you'll be seeing more block elements and more inline elements. So we'll have the anchor 1, A, 2, I for italics, 3, EM for emphasized, 4, U for underline, 5, IMG for image, and lots more. So as we go on this series, you discover how we use these inline and block elements and why we use them where we use them. That is it, guys, for this video. With this, I hope you understand how to format your text with HTML tags, and you also know the difference between block and inline elements. In the next video, we'll look into more advanced HTML elements such as creating links and adding images. And make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.